Hey guys, this is Danny with Danny Aquatics coming to you from the fish room. Did some water changes yesterday and today this morning. So we're going to just do a quick tour of all the aquariums in here. And we got some more fry. I think I had posted it on the other video, but we'll get a close-up of how many there is. And we'll check these guys out. And same progress. Everybody's feet getting fed and growing big. And these guys, a lot of these fish in these tanks are at least 3 years or older already, except for the African cichlid tank. These guys are just a little bit over a year old, but they're really thriving and really doing well. So let's check it out and walk with me, and we'll check out the rest of this fish room. Alrighty guys, we'll start here. This is the 330 gallon, mostly South American cichlids, and this tank is always really doing swell. And we got some Warus, we got one electric blue Acara, some torpedo barbs or Denison barbs. I got some Geophagus redhead Tapajos, and one gold Severum in this tank. I got a few silver dollars, and everybody's hiding behind the rock back there. But all these guys are doing just really lovely in this tank. So these guys have been around in here for a while in this tank. Because actually, if I'm not mistaken, this tank was one of the first big tanks that we had established here in the fish room. So they're all doing just really well. Alright, let's swing over to one of the other tanks. And here we have the 550 gallon, mostly Central American cichlids. And I have my silver arowana, and he's at least 24 inches long, and he's pushing at least 3 years. I would say about 2.5 to 3 years old already. He's really grown a lot. And the viejas, the black belts, those guys, the black belts are really enormous. And I used to have 3 total Nicaraguans. I'm down just to one. One of them had passed away after about 3 to 6 months, and the other one we lost probably last year, and he was already full grown. But those things happen. They just sometimes come in here and they're passed away. And I've got about 5 or 6 fire mouths in here, and those guys are just about as bad as convicts. They're constantly just breeding. And I've got about 3 Salvinis in here, and I got 1 Jack Dempsey. And he is actually one of my oldest fish, besides some of the Umbuna that are in the 150 gallon tank in the back. So let me see if I can get a spotlight of him. He's always hiding back there. That's his favorite spot. And nobody usually messes with his territory. He usually chases them off. But he's back there, and he is just gorgeous. Alrighty, well, let's swing over and let's check out the African cichlid tank. This is a DIY also, including the 550. This is a 275 gallon tank. This one actually was a converted tank. I stripped down. It was a 275 Marineland, I believe it was, and it was just real weak framing. It's made out of heavy duty plastic, but the bottom part had broken and flanged out, and there was no way of sealing it, because every time you'd fill it up, the plastic would start opening up at the bottom, so there was nothing I could do with that tank. So what I did, I just took it apart, took the glass panels off, and I have 1 glass panel still put up to make basically another 8-foot tank, because the aquarium glass is 7 feet, and as you can see on this one, there's at least 6 inches on each side. So this is basically an 8-foot tank, but it has a 7-foot piece of glass in here. And this is mostly all haps, and these guys are just doing great. And they're all antsy right now because they're getting hungry. They know that I'm in here and they're fixing to eat. So, but these guys are just doing really well. And like I said, these guys are only probably about maybe a year and a half old, most of them. And I'm really looking forward for another year and a half so these guys can get back to the size when I lost my whole tank about a year and a half ago. And those guys had already grown quite a bit, and they were really large. So, but other than that, these guys are really doing swell. Here we have our 150-gallon tank with everything but just mostly everything in here is Mbuna. There might be one peacock and one female hap that I know of in here, but it's just an array of it's just too many of them. But this is where most of all my Mbuna African cichlids ended up that can't fit anywhere else, and they've been in here for a pretty good while. So, but they're all usually pretty good, but they're feisty. Mbuna are very feisty, and sometimes they kill each other. So, alrighty, let's check out some of these other tanks in here. I got some of my smaller tanks. This is actually a 29-gallon tank. I call it my 30-gallon tank. So it's mostly albino convicts, and I have about 4 or 5 what are they, the firemouth. This is kind of the first batch I had sweeped up and picked up about 10 of them out of the 550-gallon tank, and they're really coming around. I had put a couple of them in different tanks. Actually, the tank below this one has one in there that's kind of growing out. And it's a little tetra tank, so he'll be coming out of there also because he'll probably get too feisty for the tetras and stuff. So let's check this guys out real quick. And this is where I have my red-eyed tetras, black skirts, and I got one yo-yo loach in here going crazy. And there is the little firemouth. He's gotten big, but he's getting feisty, so I gotta be careful with him. I might just move him back up to the top with his other teammates. And I have one actual. Let me see, where is he at? I don't see him. There's actually a hap in here that was born in the 275-gallon. There was actually 2 of them, and I saw him this morning, but I don't know where he went off to. He kind of hides every once in a while, so he's probably up in here somewhere. But he's gotten really nice. He's about 1.5 inches long now, and or about 1 inch. Oh, there he is, right there, front and center. And I'm not sure what he might be. He could be a sand diver, and but we'll see. I'm really hoping it's a little male. That way I can grow him out and then put him in the big tank. But I am going to have to get this little boy out of here because those firemouths are really hyper and really aggressive. So he'll be leaving this tank pretty soon. So, all right, let's check out his other brothers. And this is a 20-gallon tank that I made 1 or 2 sweeps of the 550, and I picked up, I mean, tons of these little guys, and these are all the same. These are all firemouths. So if anybody wants some firemouths, you want to raise some of these or put some in your aquarium, let me know, and maybe we can work something out and meet somewhere. So, because these guys are going to need a big aquarium after a while. But they're really, I've always liked these little fish. I think they're so neat. Very neat cichlid. Alrighty. Well, let's check out the 65-gallon here. This is the convict tank. all the original convicts, the black and gray ones. So these really, really nice cichlid. I've always enjoyed these also. And off from these, they spawned the albino ones, and I keep those in the 55-gallon tank here. And these guys are really doing swell. They're so pretty, the 55-gallon. And there's not much word for these, but beautiful. I've always enjoyed these guys. They're so, to me, they're almost angelic. So, alrighty, let's check out the large tank in here. And this is my 450-gallon aquarium with mostly just South American. And these guys are just doing beautiful. Really, 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 really nice. Got some bala sharks, some Geophagus finni. Those guys are just getting beautiful. Love those trailing fins. I got a gold severum, or yellow gold severum, whatever. He's not the spotted one. I had one, I believe, when I first started this aquarium, but he died right away. He didn't make it. I could tell because he never gained no size, and after about a month, he finally passed away. I got my chocolate, and I have a true parrot in here as well. And I got two turquoise severum, and then that gold severum. So, but all in all, these guys are really doing just really well in this tank. Let's get a close up here of some of these guys. Let me see what chocolate he has anything to say. No. Where is Smiley at? Oh, there he is. He's in the back. Yep. I call him Smiley because he looks like he's always frowning. But all in all, guys, the aquarium room is really coming along really well. These guys are really growing a lot and just getting prettier and prettier by the day. We all have a wonderful and a blessed day, and we'll catch you on another video. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.